till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar nitroglycerin. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Getting dividends, so we start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nobody a domino, so what you suckers trying to do? Rhyming comical, guess it's funny until I bomb you. Bring apocalypse to the pussy niggas that's popping shit. Team of all-stars, I coach them up like a Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way I vomit this and regurgitate for the audience. They start applauding this cause the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid, shit's got a retarded sense. All the dominance, one West rising to prominent. Cause I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. They want a nigga quiet, mute my maneuvers, but I ride like I got group eyes for Uber. Rhymes hard like they've been viewed by Medusa. 9 million Lucas, 17 in the room. Only need a few to set up in your medulla. Obligata for the regatta, niggas wildin', they win every dollar. They riding by black Apollos, let the semi holler. A showstopper, been the stopper since the teeny bopper. But now I'm going on patrol and premium the vodka. I put extensions on the clock, modify the chopper. The small heavy, war ready, and that's working mama. Don't ever run and say I got that loud silence on it. When I'm a boy, ain't no rapper do it like I do it. A lot of spitties and writers, but when they heat on, none of them can get to the fire around with me. And I had them niggas spit like a tire and a deep. And I'm still dope as a piper. Every bar burn hard like a spoon with a lighter. To ignite, I'm really coming through with the silence because U.P. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me. I be one West to the death till they bury me. I'm one West till they bury me.
West till they bury me. Most High in Christ, man. With that, let me say Shalom Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shabbat Rakatham. To the brothers out here, man. Shalom Yahweh Shamar Lathah. Bahasham Yahweh Shad, all the sisters. This is the I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky. We coming out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Most definitely under Commander General Yahanna. With that, let's big up I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get it in, man. And like if you read the heading, if you read the title, and you gotta understand the hate of Black, Hispanic, and Native, Indians here in this country. It is, it's actually as American as apple pie, man. It cuts into the very fabric of this country. You could never go through the history of this country without a very large part of it, not just a small part, a very large part of it being the hate of the Lord's chosen people. The Lord's chosen people and the hate of them is most definitely a large part of the history of this country. And I want to revisit something, real quick. I want to revisit something because in 2021, how many times have you heard about the Asian hate bill? It's been talked about. It's been brought up in many different, classes and situations. We're about to revisit it real quick because I want y'all to understand something, man. I want y'all to understand that the hate of our people is so powerful, man. And it's going to take the power of the Lord to break that. You're not going to break the hate of these people, the destruction of our people without the Lord. Ain't no gang gonna do it. Ain't no Nation of Islam. Ain't no Black Panthers. Only the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General Yahanna, because the Lord is the focal point.
Right.
And that is the only way you are going to be able to battle or fight against this oppression that this devil has for us, man. It is deeply rooted. I believe on Cry Loud, Spare Not, y'all played the video of the little girl saying that I think she stole some cookies or something and ended up saying that he was black. And to the mother, you know, and to America, that video went viral. It's funny to them. But let's get into something real quick. I'm going to go ahead and read this, man, because I just got to say Asian hate, LOL. Ain't that how to say it? Laugh out loud. That's Asian hate, LOL. Because what y'all don't understand is even though the rise of the Asian incidents, so you got to understand there's a difference between hate crimes and hate incidents. Let me explain. A crime is what it is. It's a crime. There's a law against it. You have freedom of speech. If you call somebody a chink or you call somebody a nigger or you call somebody this, that, and the other, it may hurt you civilly. You might lose your job. You might, you know, whatever the case may be. But it is not a crime to lock you up. And that's what was happening in America that made them come with a bill for Asian people. It's just the fact that the numbers of the incidents went up. And let's get into it. Because y'all know I like proof, man. I like knowledge and I like real facts. So according to the FBI, as they do their hate crimes, and you know, this is coming from the FBI, and I'm just gonna read this. Bias against African Americans overwhelmingly comprise the largest category of race-based hate crime incidents, with a total of 56% of race-based hate crimes. So the incidents against blacks and the crimes against blacks is still the largest number. 56% of all hate crimes were done against black people. I believe it's 30 to 35, maybe high as 40% for Hispanics. If you take the Lord's chosen people, we comprise 90% of the hate crime, but we could never get a bill that is designed and written up that says specifically about a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian hate incident or crime. You understand that? And it's the Hispanic caucus and the black caucus that supported the Asian hate so tough. I don't know if y'all understand, in the world, to pass a bill, they throw a lot of pork in it. The reason why they call it pork is it's just extra stuff. Okay, now you're going to pass the unemployment, but we're also going to give Kentucky $80,000 for this little puddle over here in the small town. It's pork. It's things that they add into the bill. Are you telling me that the Black Caucus couldn't add no pork? They couldn't add no, and I hate to use that word, but that's the word that they use. It's actually called pork. They couldn't add anything to that bill that worded also the hate against Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians is also a crime. Now, there's this big thing going on with Dave Chappelle and all of this, but it's so true because our crime bill was actually to lock our ass up. The other hate bill included homosexuals, women, and Asians too. All minorities. So the point I want to make, why is it that the Asians get a bill that is specifically for Asians when the number of incidents against them is not even close to the number that's against Black and Hispanic people, man? And I'll tell you why, because white people do not like crimes against Asians. They don't mind crimes against Black people. They love to see a mama throwing a purse in the sky, yelling and crying in the middle of the street because her baby dead with tape, taped off. They get off on our pain, man. They love to see us in turmoil. They hate to see us do good, which is why so many of our cities was attacked, because we were happy. We were doing good. And when Black Hispanics do good, the white man goes into his animal mode to destroy it. As long as the ghetto is just downtrodden, oppressed and destroyed, white people try to act like they can tolerate Black people. But as it's written in their many documents, white people do not like an uppity nigga. Let me continue reading, y'all. Salaki. So I'll read it again. With a total of 56% of race-based hate crimes being motivated by anti-Black bias, hate crime incidents targeting people because of their race increased more than any other category between 2019 and 2020, rising from 3,954 to 4,939 incidents. Attacks targeting Black people saw the largest rise from 1,972 in 2019 to 2,755 in 2020. So these are incidents that happen. These are crimes that happen against Black people. The number of attacks against Asian Americans increased from 160 to 274. These are FBI facts. Now, if you want to say incidents where every time an Asian came out the store and heard something about the China virus, or get away from me, you got the virus, those are not crimes. You understand that? Their actual crimes was 200, man, 200 something. And it's thousands for Blacks, 1,500 plus for Hispanics. So like I said, we make up 90% of the hate crimes done against us. But America passes a bill for what's Asians? What's their number? Is it 2%? It's a very low percent of the population. They get a federal bill, man. You got all these Black congressmen. You have Black senators now. You got Hispanic congressmen. From the feds to the state. You got Hispanic and Black judges all over this country, man. And you can't get no Black or Hispanic hate bill when the people who obviously need it cannot get it. And I ask you why. It's because our hate is part of American culture. It's not a big thing. We're supposed to suffer. Not Asians. Asians aren't supposed to be beat up. Homosexuals are not supposed to be beat up. Black and Hispanics are. It's okay for us to get beat up and attacked. A damn animal go into the church and kill black people in the Christian church, and the white Christians don't even lobby for a black hate bill. And that's supposed to be their brothers in a so-called house of worship. Y'all have to understand, man, there is a reason why the Most High does not want us anywhere around these people and their culture. We'll lose every time. While we're so busy trying to love them, they're making it acceptable to hate us. I'm gonna finish reading. I gotta get these numbers out. So the majority of hate crimes targeting black people in 2020 involved assault, 30%, or intimidation, which is threats. Nigga, I'll do this. Nigga, I'll do that. 43%. And 73% of offenders were white, according to FBI data. So, white people, you're so quick to talk about the crimes of others. When it comes to black people, you are the one that is threatening and harming black people in America. And I know what about black on black crime and all of that. We're talking about you right now, though. When are you going to address what you do? And then you pass a bill to protect Asians. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
That's
man.
right.
And we tell you this over and over. But where is our hate? Let me repeat that. And I want y'all to listen to what I'm saying. Don't run with it. Where is our hate? Go ahead and give me Proverbs 8 and 13, Baba Quashah. Don't you understand? Oh, Salakia, Proverbs, was it 8 and 13? Yeah, Proverbs 8 and 13. Just real quickly, though, don't you understand that when all of this stuff started happening to the Asians, what did they do? They started to display a deep hatred. You understand that? Their hate was on full display. But we have to love being killed. We have to love being oppressed, attacked, destroyed. We have to get over it. Go ahead and read that when you got it.
This is the book of Proverbs 8 and 13.
Go ahead.
The fear of the Most High is to hate.
Listen. Because we want to put this into a proper context. I understand that my brothers over me is like, let's get it right out. Read that from the top.
Book of Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of the Most High is to hate evil.
Is to what?
Is to hate evil.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with you hating an evil act done to you. Don't you understand that a man jogging down the street, being hunted down, shot and killed is evil? We should hate that. Not walk and march and sing and do all of this garbage. You should hate it so much that you're going to start loving the Lord, because what did it say? Read that from the top.
Book of Proverbs 8 and 13. The fear of the Most High.
The fear of the Most High, man. The fear of the Most High. Go ahead.
Is to hate evil.
Let me tell you something. You fear the Lord. You love the Lord. You have wisdom of the Lord. You hate that. You not wait for a court to decide what happens. We've done many classes where we know vengeance is of the Lord, but to separate yourself from those people that would do an act like that to you should be mandatory for any man, woman, or child to say they love the Most High. You love the Most High, you would never want anything to do with them people. Because first of all, the men that I'm talking about in Georgia that ran the brother down, they wasn't even arrested until the video came out. Why? Because the hate of the so-called black and Latinos in this country, it's as American as apple pie. What's wrong with them killing him? You understand that? If I get caught with a pistol or, you name it, how many things can I do that I guarantee you I'll be locked up that day? They killed somebody on camera. The police saw the whole incident, heard the stories, but the DA wouldn't charge him. Later come to find out that the white lady was protecting them and this, that, and the other. It just gets deeper. The point that I'm trying to make here today in this class is it's trivial to white people. I remember being very young before Rodney King and white people saying on national television that black people were exaggerating, man. And the police ain't messing with y'all like that. Y'all making excuses. I'm telling you what I grew up hearing. And then they get it on tape with Rodney King. What do they say? Oh, that's an isolated incident. And they found him not guilty. Beating that man on camera. You know why? Because in the white man's eyes, they did nothing wrong. What if that was an Asian? What do you think would have happened if that was a Russian, a Canadian? Don't forget, I don't know if it was a black police officer. Y'all can look it up. But there was a police officer that killed a white Canadian lady. She came out, he shot her, and he's fired immediately. Immediately. Read that from the top one more time, Bubba Kushah. It's a lot here.
Book of Proverbs 8:13. The fear of the Most High is to hate evil.
Go ahead and give me Psalms 9 and 9. Listen, man, I don't even want to get animated this class. I don't even want to do all that, man. All I want to say is this, man. We need to seek refuge in the Most High. Looking at these numbers and looking at America and how they feel. Do you know how many black people is in the army, man? In the armed services? Go Google it. Go look it up. And see how many black and Hispanics put their life on the line for so-called freedom of their people and their family. That's what being in the military is all about. You go and you fight for your country, they say, but make no mistake about it. You're fighting for your people in your country. That white man in Idaho is not going to the military to defend the West End of Louisville, Kentucky. I guarantee you that. The white folks in that compound out there by Shepherdsville and all of that are not going to the military to defend the West End or Newburgh. That's not why they're going. But they are going to defend Valley Station. Like I said, Shepherdsville. Right. Give me another one. What's another white area? Prospect. You know, Frankfurt, the capital. St. Matthews. They're there to defend their part. Black man, black woman, Hispanic man, Hispanic woman, Native Indian man, Native Indian woman. We have to seek refuge in the Most High. Go ahead and read that when you got it.
Book of Psalms 9:9. The Most High also will be a refuge for the oppressed.
For the who?
For the oppressed.
Go ahead.
A refuge in times of trouble.
Read the Bible. Read the Bible. This is a time of trouble for black people, man. You didn't know those FBI numbers. And to tell you the truth, they're probably greater than that. Black people are being attacked. Black women are being attacked. We see the videos. Attacked in nail shops, beat up, body slammed by men. Our answer is to have refuge in America. Why? Because we right back to their nail shop. We right back to their hair product shop. You see what I'm saying? Instead of seeking refuge in the Most High for protection from these animals, man. How the hell are you going to give somebody a crime bill that protects them and they're giving off so much violence towards the Lord chosen people, man? Because I'm going to tell y'all again, the white man does not mind you hurt. They get off on it. You know, there was a time where two big old black men was made to beat each other to death while the white man just went crazy, man. And all other manner of things that they do. Man, it's disgusting. And just so a couple of Negroes can be millionaires and be wealthy, we're taught to get over it. Don't worry about it, man. We shall overcome. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, we're going to overcome one day. We ain't going to do nothing about it. But one day we're going to overcome. Let me tell you something. There's nothing wrong with saying we shall overcome or we shall prosper. We shall get over that hump. But guess what? We got to do the work. There's work to be done. Seeking refuge in the Most High that's a verb. Refuge is a verb. Am I correct? It's an action. You have to do something to seek refuge, man. It's not just, given to you. You have to do something. And that's why the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General Yohanna is so important. Because the roadmap is here for you. All you got to do is come to class, man. Be around priests as much as you can. Learn so that one day you may be a priest. And stop seeking refuge in America. There's this big trial going on in Georgia. It's the what's the brother's name? Arbery?
He got shot.
Mm-hmm. Anybody out there watching, y'all know what we're talking about. You can Google it. But they say it's probably going to be one of the biggest trials in Georgia ever. And when I heard that, I thought, how? How? I don't get that. The man was jogging. They said they thought he was robbing a empty house, an empty home. If you robbing an empty home, come on, man, can we get the man on video with some copper or whatever, something? But even if he did, who are they to be the vigilantes to bring that man harm? I can't do that. Officer Mwanga, boy, you can't do that, man. What you think would happen if we seen a white meth head running out the house over there and we ran him down and shot him and killed him? Saying that meth head, man, he was about to go, and yeah, he was stealing over there. These meth heads, we tired of them. Man, listen, man, they will build us a prison. It'll be me and you, like life on them Coke bottles, nigga. Salakia. You know what I'm saying? We will be like that, man. Numbers, man, facts. It just is what it is. And I'm gonna say it again. The hate of the so-called Black and Latinos in America is as American as apple pie, man. It's like baseball. It's so American. It's so American to hate Black people that the people in Germany, the people in Yugoslavia, the people, which is Kosovo and Serbia and all that now, they come over here knowing one thing to say about us: nigger. You see what I'm saying? Okay. Because it's American for us to suffer. But the Black Hispanics, our so-called leadership, wants American to be, we gonna fight for this country. Don't complain about the law if you won't vote or run for office to change it. Well, you know what? You've had, what is it? What has it been? Salaki, I don't want to say the wrong number, but you've had 50, 60, what has it been? 60, 70 years? You've had 60, 70 years. And what has voting gotten us, man? What? We have more millionaires and rich Black people. Guess what? There's more rich dogs today. Did you know that? There's dogs living better than they did 60 years ago. That their own house, the food thing come out. You know, they live better than some humans. You're going to measure Black and Hispanic progress off of the success of a few. Of a few. LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, you name all of the greats that we love, our people, we love them as athletes. Guess what? Man, they are not wealthy. Do you know how many places in America that they will be called broke? And you know what's funny? People don't even realize that. Man got $200, $300 million. Guess what? To somebody with $4 billion, they ain't broke. That money means nothing. Akwaf, that's not showing how we progressing. Our fear of the Lord. How about that? Let's measure that. Let's measure how we feared the Lord 60, 70 years ago to how we fear the Lord today. And you'll see our progress is man, disgusting. You understand that? There was a time we would die before we call ourselves a Christian, man. You understand that? documented, die before I mate with my brother's rib. I want this buck to mate with her. Kill me. Kill me. Now it's a hit record. Go ahead.
Hey, what you saying so heavy, sir, because we became so weak under Christianity that we think all the hangings and the lynchings was just off, just because them was rebellious niggas. That they would, like what you just said, they wasn't gonna have sex with this man woman to buck what they call it. I can't think of what they call it when they make like a strong man and a woman. Yeah. All that stuff. You feel me? Yeah. They was not gonna, do none of that stuff. They went with it.
Hollywood wants you to think that the black and Hispanic man, let me tell you something. I've studied it. I've got to keep saying Hispanics because they was there. And for some reason, the white man won't talk about it.
Right.
Mexicans and natives were being lynched alongside of us. We was brothers in that death. But how many rebellions has there been? America wants you to say, Oz, is that right, boss? Ooh, that's how black people were. And it's just, man, listen. That's how Al Sharpton was. That's how Jesse Jackson was. That spirit is still here. But that spirit of the Lord was back then, and we probably died and got lynched and hung. But you know what? Who cares? The Lord will bring that spirit right back in this earth. And that's why the I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General Yahanna is so powerful. Because that's the only rep. Listen, man. Do your research. The I.S.U.P.K under Commander General Yahanna is the only real rebel spirit. Not just in America, on the planet Earth.
That's right.
You can't say the white man's the devil, but he taught me Scientology. That don't even make no goddamn sense. Who cares if you're calling them a devil? They got a rock band called the Blue Eyed Devils, a punk rock band. They don't care about that. Go ahead.
Blue Devil.
Yeah. Yeah. That don't bother them. You know what bothers them? Is us together fearing the Lord.
Right.
They hate that. It does something to them. It vexes them. They're much more afraid of Commander General Yahanna than Oprah, Bill Cosby. Because you see how fast they can take Bill Cosby down? He was the monkey minister. He talked about black folks so bad for so many years. And what they do, boy, did you just talk back to me, boy? Locked his ass up. What people don't understand is that slavery was not this weak thing. Like we was just weak. The white man fears us for a reason. There's a reason why Trayvon Martin looked 30 to a grown-ass man, a child. There's a reason why Tamir Rice looked like a grown-ass man to a grown-ass man with a gun. Because Tamir Rice is an Israelite warrior and that white man's a coward devil.
That's right.
That's why. That's why they feared him when they rolled up on him, man. And it's all oppression. We got give me Ecclesiastes, man, 7 and 7, Baba Shah. Listen, man. This Asian hate has to be revisited, because who the hell hates Asians? You idiots. If they say the China virus, that's not all the Asians. Asians are living deliciously. Per capita, I think they even got more money than white people. Per whatever, they are balling. I remember in the world, I knew some San Jose Crips that was Asians. And I remember, this might be off topic or whatever, but I remember, to hell with the cat name, but I remember, they built that stadium out there for the 49ers. And I remember me and old boy used to go to the game, and he used to always say, man, I got to hit my grandmama up. Look at him like, wow, what's happening? I need a leg. My grandmama give me a quick 25 grand. They Cambodian. Niggas don't do that. How many niggas you know, man, I gotta hit Nana up for a quick 25 grand. Man, come on. Asians is all right out here. They enjoying the white man's heaven. Just because there's a few of them that want to be disowned because they want to be you, they want to be Hispanic, that's their choice. You understand that? But Asian hate, we just read that black hate is up. Hispanic hate is up. They got Hispanic children on the border. We seen it in cages with aluminum, what was that? Aluminum foil blankets? What the hell was that? The I.S.U.P.K under Commander General Yahanna just went and fed Haitians. The Lord's chosen people. It's obvious who we are, man.
Right.
The biggest immigrants in this country is who? I always say this during class. I gotta get that Jeopardy music. Who's the biggest immigrant in the United States of America? Asians, man. They're the ones sneaking over here. Go ahead.
Chinatown, every major city.
Every city. They're the ones sneaking over here. They're the ones fake ID. You know, China do everything fake. That's what they are. They're the knockoff kings. But I've never once heard the American white conservative say we need to stop Asian immigration. You ever heard it? I've never heard it. But Hispanic, you hear it. Because I don't know if y'all know this or not, every Hispanic that is a true Hispanic from their father is the Most High's people, man. And that's why they have been treated like blacks, and blacks have been treated like them since we can record, since recorded history. Am I correct? Of course, there are some Hispanics that got special treatment, just like there was some blacks and some natives that got special treatment. But as a people, man, we have always been geared to fight each other. How in the hell? real quickly, how in the hell can America let black and Hispanic gangs kill each other in a racial way and don't bring the National Guard in? How? That goes against the very Constitution of the so-called United States. There's no way in the world you should have a brown, so-called brown man and black man killing each other, saying you can't come over here in America. You can't come over here. Let Karen, which happened in LA so many times, let a white woman say, I'm going to be at this bus stop, and the Mexican say, what the hell you doing over here, white lady? She calling the police. She calling everything. And what happened? ABC News down there. And they say, damn, the white woman couldn't sit at the bench. Listen, man, I remember all this. I lived through this, man. I lived through knowing I was tolerated, not respected. Let's get back into the scripture, man. You ready? You read that Ecclesiastes? Yeah, go ahead and read that. Salakia. Man, you know, I get a little. Go ahead and read Ecclesiastes 7:7.
Ecclesiastes 7:7.
Go ahead.
Surely, oppression.
What?
Oppression.
Everything that happens to you in America, it's oppression. Bear with me on this real quick. It's oppression. You've even bitten into the fact that we have to get over it. Look, I heard a story today, and I had to tell a sister, why is everything that black people do trivial? Do you know that? Now, as an entertainer, a musician, a rapper, right? I can make millions of dollars. Somebody, any black is whatever, you can make millions of dollars. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry. But you'll hear, damn, you almost 30. You rapping? Why is it trivialized? Do white people, do you hear anybody tell a white man, damn, you're 30, you still playing rock and roll? Damn, you 30, you 40, you singing country music? You don't hear that. It's not trivialized. But why is it bad for black men to do it? Why is this woman taught to diss him? Nigga, you ain't gonna never make it. You ain't gonna never. Why? It's one of the #1 musics on the planet. Hip hop is one of the #1 genres of music worldwide. And so is country, which is a great, thing that I could, compare it to. You got grown-ass old men with their first country song. But it's looked at as excellence. He finally made it. A black man, nigga, you's a bum. You a bum trying to rap, trying to sing, trying to make beats, trying to do things that is your culture. You a bum for that. You might as well, you be better off going to McDonald's. And then when you do that, nigga, you broke. Nigga, you work at McDonald's. That's why the ISUPK under Commander General Yohanna, once again, is so important. Because a priest, we would never listen to that. Never. Right. Because our women don't run us. You understand that? Our woman can't listen. If I want to become a tightrope walker, Salakia, Salakia. If I want to do whatever the hell I want to do, I'm gonna do it. Because I'm a priest under Commander General Yohanna. You niggas are niggas under your woman. And that's a big difference. Go ahead, Rick.
I was just what you saying was so heavy about that being trivialized because like Gucci Mane, for example, like he didn't start rapping until his 30s.
Yeah.
And he would have if he would have never started rapping, who knows where he'd be. Not saying like he rap about the best stuff, but he worth $30 million now.
Generational wealth is listen. When Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, when we take our mind and this is the thing. I gotta be careful how I say this. Because Gucci thought he was serving the Lord. But you understand the story, what he said he did. He was dope dealing, he was doing all that, but he wanted to change his life. He wanted the Lord to help him. While he was big blood and all of that. He wanted the Lord to help him. The point I'm trying to make is this. Maybe Satan helped him. Because he ain't talking about nothing but killing a nigga, shooting you, your mama, and all of this death. Maybe Satan needed him for whatever. He wasn't trivialized. Because he's not talking about nothing. The thing that get me the biggest is the Cardi B's. Now here is a stripper, a hoe. You know, in the world, she'd be a bunch of punk bitches, Salakia, putting shit in niggas' drinks and you listen. She work. In the world, for a nigga where I'm from, she work. Not to be worked. She work. But now she's able to change the aspects of her whatever, and now she making millions. Listen, I ain't mad at her. I just wish she paid tithes to Commander General Yohanna.
Right.
I mean, hey, if you want to show the world that, or Salakia, try to fool the world, you that broad. You ain't gonna cook, you ain't gonna clean, you ain't gonna do nothing for no nigga. But then this video of you doing it. You want every other female that used to be like you to stay down and be a bum nothing like you. Beyonce, I have another you in a minute and all of this crap. That's what they want our daughters to be like. But they ain't like that. But you know, we as priests will show our daughters that. That's Beyonce right there. Staying with a man that so-called cheated on her. And she's supposed to be the baddest thing on the planet. Yeah. And what she do? I have another you in a minute. Well, why didn't you do it? That was your hit record. Yeah, we don't know about you. You know what I'm saying? It's a lucky. Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, it hit you finally, huh? It finally hit you? I got bars over here, man. Hey, man, look. Popular culture is heavy and destructive to y'all in the world. Not to me no more, man. It's hilarious to me. Megan Thee Stallion? Are you really impressed by her? Megan the Stallion, a goddamn male horse. It's a male horse named Megan. And that's impressive to you? Listen, I wouldn't doubt if Megan could be a great rib to some brother in the I.S.U.P.K. under Commander General Yahanna. I understand she has to, for her handler, she got to be the nastiest so-called thought on the planet. But those days, I really believe, are about to change because the most powerful man on this planet has just gotten into music. Give Commander General Yahanna a hand. Now the Lord is going to be with music, UPK music, not your garbage. You understand that? But let's get back with these scriptures, man. Selective. You know I can't help it, man. Let's go to Matthew's, I believe, 1 and 10. Let me make sure. Selective. 1 Corinthians 1 and 10.
Come, the book of 1 Corinthians 1, verse 10.
Go ahead.
Now I beseech you, brethren, by the name of our Lord Yahushua,
Go ahead.
that ye all speak the same thing.
Listen, you got to understand something. If you a Muslim because you believe that Allah, a rock, came in the form of a white man named Master Farad Muhammad, then okay, you're in the Nation of Islam. If you believe that Christ, your Christ, some other Caesar Borgia, a gay European man, is going to be your savior or example, okay, you're a Christian.
Right.
If you believe that a fake European knows the Torah and the Tanakh, the Torah, or as the Muslims would say, the Injil, then you probably call yourself someone who converted to Judaism. I say you are all mentally ill.
Come.
You're mentally ill. Could you imagine your father writing a book? He wrote the book, but he dies. And his boss or people up under, however you want to put the story, get the book. And the next thing you know, they're every character in the book. A book that was written for you. It was written for you, man. You're going to really let your father's word go to his enemy? You're going to let his enemy decide what his word means? And then you wonder why we're the biggest target of racism? White people cannot be racist to you unless you're around them. A light bulb should have went off on all of you Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians' heads. Very rarely have I ever heard of a white man coming to an area where Black folks is at with a Nazi flag, calling you a bunch of niggas.
Right.
It's because you want to be by them. You want to live by them, because if you go on your porch or your balcony or whatever the hell you have and you see Nancy, you feel like you've made it. No matter how uncomfortable it is, no matter how uncomfortable Nancy's mentally retarded son makes you feel. You may think that he can kill you or your family any day. It doesn't matter. As long as you're by them, as long as you're around them, as long as you're close to them, you feel like you've made it. Boo Boo and Buggy shoot the block up. You ready? You hate it. You hate it. Well, maybe you should serve the Lord so you have the tools to teach them to serve the Lord. Stop the shooting, the robbing, the pimping, the pandering, and everything in your area. You can only do it if you get the refuge of the Lord. The Bible just told you what to do. Get the refuge, man. Serve the Lord. And I can't help it. I only know one way to serve the Lord on this earth. And that is the ISUPK under command and tenor of Yahanna. Otherwise, right, you're going to be a Christian hybrid. You know, I mean, instead of, you know, you're just going to be a damn idiot in purple. You know, you're going to be an idiot with a Roman thole bone. It's not going to be any different, man. But it has to happen. Because once again, the hate of so-called blacks and Latinos is as American as apple pie. They love to see you suffer, man. Do you think white people want to hear that black people are not arrested? Black people have stopped committing crime. Don't you realize that that's how their husband, their son, their uncle, their father, don't you know that your job security? Do you understand that? The prison system is an industry. The hospital is an industry. Lawyers, judges, it's an industry that needs you to be a constant idiot and away from your Lord. That's why the Bible said you got to seek refuge in the Lord, man. Read that scripture again, Salakia.
Book of 1 Corinthians 1 and 10.
Salakia. Read Salakia. Read Psalms 9 and 9. Salakia.
Book of Psalms 9 and verse 9.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High also will be a refuge for the oppressed.
Listen, the Most High will be a refuge for the oppressed. I mean, listen, this is why Asian people can get a bill and you can't.
Right.
We just talked about the numbers. Hate crimes in America are up against blacks and Hispanics. That's who it's up against. You're right. Asians went from, let me get the numbers because I don't want to just be talking. Asians, they went up from 161 to 274. That's FBI data. That's an increase. Blacks went from 1,900 which is ridiculous already. 1,972 in 2019 to 2,755 in 2020, and it's more than that this year, man. But you're gonna tell me about an Asian bill? I don't want to listen. I don't want to minimize what happened to them. That was 200 and something crimes that probably shouldn't have happened. But we're talking about thousands, man. So that's how much more important they are than you. That a couple hundred of them can be violently attacked. They get a bill from the federal government that represents damn near 400 million people. And we're talking about 200 something crimes. They get a bill. You know what you get? You get the internet. You get shot on live TV. You are the greatest movie, Salaki, and I gotta stop saying you because I'm a part of you. We are the biggest, most greatest movie ever. You talk about reality shows, we're it. We're killed on Facebook Live. We're shot. This is tragedies, man. These is Israelites dying. But you know what? To our people, it's more important to be a Christian. It's more important to be viral. It's more important to be all these other things that have nothing to do with the refuge of the Lord. You got anything you want to say? You good? With that, I'm going to say the I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky. Tune in, man. Subscribe to our content, man. I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky got some good content, man. What's the YouTube page that we got? We got I.S.U.P.K. We got classes on our, is it the Louisville page? I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky. And we got the YouTube page that got thousands of views. Which one is that? That's the Kentucky? Okay, see, I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky, we got classes that got thousands of views, man. 1,500, 500, whatever, subscribe and support our content. We bring it heavy, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't think it's heavy, chime in. Chime in. Lord willing, the physical school of the I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky is coming, man. And I'm going to say this boldly and proudly because I know the niggas that I serve with. Kentucky, get ready because we coming, man. The I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky is under Command of General Yohanna, and I know we got the weight of the UPK, man, if need be. You know what I'm saying? But y'all remember that. The Black Lives Matters and all of these weak groups out here tricking the Lord's people in Kentucky, your reign is done. It's done.
Right.
It's over with, man. It's over with, man. How the hell you out here serving the people, as you say, or serving the Lord, and you steeped deeply in homosexuality? All on YouTube. Y'all look it up. Don't believe me. Y'all look it up. The I.S.U.P.K. Kentucky is here, man. And y'all get ready for that, man. With that, I'm going to pass the class over to priest and powerful officer. I'm a Wanga Bar.
the I.S.U.P.K, started at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Root for new brother and sister when they come to the school. They all went for 6 months. They'll be the saluted only. They had to save themselves of the world. Need transportation. The teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, the brother and sister is interested in a particular brother and sister. They can get permission to court each other. After that 6 months, they get permission to marry. Ties was the commandments. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi, Salakia is the book of Malachi. I think it's 3 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Gives to the Treasury Department. Priest fund, free offer for priests, not mandatory, so not you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. We got the Feast of Hanukkah, the Feast of Dedication, November 28th. Feel me? Bring your family, whatever you can. Most importantly, bring yourself. It's for 8 days. And with that, I'm going to give a courtesy salute to the brothers and sisters on the stream, like Shabbat, Majum, Barak, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shabbat Thumb, Yahweh Shemar, Yahweh Shem, Yahweh Shai. Class is missed.